Have you ever prayed, waited, and wondered why nothing seems to happen? What if the delay you're experiencing is not a rejection, but a preparation for something far greater than you can imagine? Today, we'll uncover why every pause in your spiritual journey is actually a divine setup for blessings beyond your expectations. Have you ever felt like you've been waiting forever for something you've prayed for or worked toward? Perhaps it's a relationship, a career opportunity, a personal breakthrough, or even clarity in your spiritual journey. You've put in effort, kept your faith, and yet the doors seem closed. It's easy to feel frustrated, defeated, or even abandoned. But what if these delays are not denials? What if every pause, every moment of waiting, is actually a divine strategy designed to prepare you for something far greater than you can imagine? The first truth to embrace is this: delays are divine timing, not denials. Life is orchestrated on a spiritual clock that often moves slower than we want but always moves perfectly. While our human perspective focuses on instant results and quick fixes, the spiritual perspective understands that growth, readiness, and alignment require time. Just like a seed cannot grow overnight into a towering tree, blessings cannot manifest without the preparation of your inner self. Every delay you experience is a divine pause, a moment in which the universe is aligning circumstances, people, and lessons to ensure that when your breakthrough comes, it is complete and lasting. Think of it as the invisible hands of timing guiding you toward what is truly meant for you. What seems like rejection may actually be a protective measure. Sometimes, what you think you want immediately may not be in your highest interest, and waiting ensures that you receive what is truly meant for you in the right way and at the right time. Every delay is a sign that the universe, or whatever higher force you believe in, is working behind the scenes to prepare the perfect outcome. But while divine timing is at work, there is a crucial element that determines whether you benefit from it: patience as a spiritual muscle. Patience is not merely the act of waiting. It is the art of maintaining faith, composure, and purpose during the waiting period. It is a practice that strengthens your spirit, teaches resilience, and develops your capacity to handle the abundance or responsibility that your breakthrough will bring. Impatience, on the other hand, creates restlessness, doubt, and anxiety, which can cloud your judgment and even delay blessings further. Patience is like a muscle. It must be exercised consistently. The more you practice patience in small, everyday situations, the stronger your ability to endure longer, more significant challenges becomes. Each waiting period is a spiritual workout, an opportunity to refine your character, clarify your intentions, and align your actions with your purpose. The delay is not meant to punish you but to prepare you, to make sure that when the moment of fulfillment arrives, you are ready to receive it fully and wisely. Consider this: the most beautiful creations in life, from a pearl inside an oyster to a rose blooming in a garden, require time. They cannot be rushed. In the same way, your spiritual blessings, achievements, and personal growth require patience. The period of waiting is a preparation, a sacred time to strengthen your faith and deepen your understanding of yourself and your path. If you can embrace this waiting with grace and trust, you begin to see delays not as obstacles, but as opportunities for spiritual development. During delays, it's natural to question, "Why is this taking so long?" Or, "Am I being ignored?" But these thoughts are distractions from the deeper lesson that timing matters more than speed. Rushing through life, through spiritual growth, or through important decisions can result in incomplete lessons, unfinished development, or missed blessings. Patience teaches you to surrender control, Accept the unknown and trust that everything is unfolding in its perfect order. By exercising patience, you are not passively waiting, you are actively participating in your spiritual preparation. Furthermore, patience cultivates resilience. Life's waiting periods can be uncomfortable, even painful, but enduring these moments builds strength. It teaches you to navigate uncertainty with calmness, to embrace challenges with grace, and to approach life's unpredictable nature with confidence. Every delay becomes an opportunity to reinforce your faith, deepen your wisdom, and become the person capable of handling the very blessings you seek. Without patience, even the greatest opportunity may be wasted. With it, even a small blessing can grow into a life-changing gift. Another critical aspect is understanding that delays are often a form of alignment. Sometimes the right people, opportunities, or circumstances are not yet ready to converge. Patience allows you to be in the right place at the right time. It prevents premature actions, poor decisions, or paths that lead to frustration and setbacks. By trusting divine timing and practicing patience, you position yourself to receive the right blessings in the right way. You prepare your mind, heart, and spirit to recognize and embrace them fully. Now, imagine how different your life could be if every delay was seen not as a denial, but as a period of preparation. Imagine approaching waiting with curiosity instead of frustration, with faith instead of doubt, and with growth instead of stagnation. Each pause becomes a sacred lesson in perseverance, character, and spiritual wisdom. You learn to recognize that the journey is just as important as the destination, that the process shapes you into someone capable of appreciating and handling what is meant to come. The key takeaway is that your delay is not a dead end, it is a divine setup. Trust that what you are waiting for is on its way, but more importantly, trust that the waiting itself is shaping you into someone worthy of receiving it. Embrace patience as a spiritual practice. Use this time to deepen your faith, strengthen your resilience, and grow in understanding. Celebrate the process, for in every delay lies a hidden blessing waiting to be revealed. In conclusion, delays in life are never denials. They are sacred pauses designed to prepare, refine, and align you with the perfect timing of your spiritual and personal journey. By understanding that timing is divine and patience is a spiritual muscle, you transform waiting from a source of frustration into a source of growth. Each delay is a lesson in trust, resilience, and self-development. When you embrace this truth, you begin to see that nothing is ever wasted, and everything is always working for your highest good. Life is filled with moments that test our patience, faith, and resolve. There are times when you've prayed, worked hard, and invested your heart into a goal, yet the results seem delayed or completely absent. It's easy to feel frustrated, anxious, or even convinced that your efforts have been in vain. But here's a truth that can completely transform your perspective. Frustration clouds spiritual clarity, and every setback is actually a setup for a greater blessing. Frustration is more than just an emotional reaction, it is a barrier. It clouds the mind, dims your perception, and blocks the ability to see the bigger picture. When you are frustrated, it's natural to focus on what isn't happening, what is missing, or what feels unfair. In that state, spiritual clarity becomes impossible. You cannot discern the lessons embedded in your waiting, recognize the subtle guidance being offered, or even appreciate the blessings that are quietly unfolding around you. Think about how frustration affects your life. It breeds impatience, resentment, and doubt. It shifts your energy from faith to fear, from hope to despair. In this state, even opportunities that are right in front of you can be overlooked because your focus is fixated on what you perceive as a delay or denial. When you allow frustration to dominate, you close the door to insight, wisdom, and divine guidance. The first step to overcoming this is awareness. Recognize when frustration is taking over. Notice how it affects your thoughts, decisions, and actions. Awareness is the gateway to change. Once you acknowledge the presence of frustration, you can consciously choose to release it, to shift your energy, and to refocus on the possibilities rather than the obstacles. This leads to the second principle: every setback is a setup. Life does not waste experiences, even those that seem painful, disappointing, or confusing. Setbacks are not punishments or signs of failure. They are lessons and preparations for what is coming. What feels like a rejection today could be the very thing that redirects you to the opportunity, connection, or breakthrough that is meant to transform your life. Consider the process of building a strong foundation. Before a skyscraper can rise, architects and engineers must dig deep, lay solid footings, and ensure that every layer is secure. In life, setbacks are those preparatory layers. They strengthen your resolve, teach patience, sharpen your insight, and align your path for success. Without setbacks, the structure of your life, your achievements, relationships, and spiritual growth would lack the stability needed to sustain long-term fulfillment. Every setback carries hidden lessons if you are willing to look for them. Perhaps it's a lesson in humility, reminding you to stay grounded. Perhaps it's a lesson in resilience, showing you that you are stronger than you realized. Or maybe it's a lesson in discernment, teaching you to distinguish between what is temporary and what is eternal. The key is to shift your perspective. See setbacks not as obstacles, but as opportunities for preparation, growth, and alignment. Frustration and setbacks often arrive hand in hand. When a plan fails or a goal seems delayed, it's natural to feel frustrated. But frustration itself can prevent you from recognizing that this moment is a setup for something far greater. By letting go of frustration, you open your eyes to the lessons hidden in the delay, the guidance woven into the challenge, and the doors that are quietly opening even when everything seems still. One practical way to shift this mindset is through reflection. Take moments of pause during setbacks to ask yourself, what is this teaching me? How can this experience prepare me for what is to come? What is being hidden from me that I will understand later? These questions turn frustration into curiosity, fear into faith, and confusion into clarity. Another powerful tool is gratitude. When you consciously focus on what is still present and what is working in your life, even amid delays and setbacks, you create space for perspective and peace. Gratitude acts like a lens, allowing you to see beyond the immediate challenge and recognize the divine orchestration behind the scenes. Even a small acknowledgement of growth, learning, or protection during a setback can shift your mindset from despair to empowerment. Setbacks also teach timing. Often, what you want may not be ready, or you may not yet be ready to receive it. Every setback ensures that when the moment finally comes, you can handle it with wisdom, grace, and readiness. By trusting the timing of these challenges, you allow life to work in your favor rather than against you. The universe, or divine design, is rarely chaotic. Even delays that feel painful are part of a larger, perfectly timed plan. It is important to remember that progress is not always visible. A setback may feel like a step backward, but in truth, it is a preparatory step forward. It builds the unseen layers of resilience, character, and understanding that will later support your success. Much like the roots of a tree grow deep underground before the trunk and branches flourish, your growth is happening quietly, invisibly, even when you feel stagnant. Frustration diminishes when you cultivate patience, faith, and trust in the process. Seeing setbacks as setups changes your relationship with life. You stop asking, "Why me?" and begin asking, "What is this preparing me for?" Instead of feeling defeated, you become empowered. Instead of resisting, you align. Instead of fearing the unknown, you trust that every delay and challenge is part of the blueprint of your life. Finally, embrace the journey. Life's setbacks, when viewed as setups, add depth, meaning, and richness to your story. They shape you into someone capable of handling success, navigating challenges, and appreciating blessings fully. They remind you that nothing in life is wasted. Every delay, every obstacle, every frustrating moment is a stepping stone leading you to a greater purpose, a deeper understanding, and a more fulfilling life. In conclusion, frustration clouds spiritual clarity, but awareness, reflection, and gratitude can clear the fog. Every setback is not a dead end. It is a divine setup designed to prepare you for what is coming. By shifting your perspective from resistance to acceptance, from despair to hope, and from impatience to patience, you transform life's challenges into lessons of empowerment and preparation. Remember, what feels like a delay or a setback today is often the very mechanism that ensures your success tomorrow. Frustration is a signal to pause, reflect, and realign. Setbacks are opportunities to strengthen, grow, and prepare. When you embrace these truths, you begin to see that delays are never denials, they are divine setups for breakthroughs beyond your imagination. Waiting is never easy. When we desire change, growth, or blessings in life, every moment of delay can feel heavy, frustrating, or even discouraging. Yet, there is a profound truth that often goes unnoticed. Faith transforms waiting into growth, and timing matters far more than speed. Understanding these principles can completely change how you navigate life, making every pause, every setback, and every delay a sacred opportunity rather than a source of despair. Faith is more than simply hoping for a positive outcome. It is a conscious choice to trust in the unseen, to believe in the unseen forces that are orchestrating your journey, and to remain steadfast even when the path is unclear. Faith is what turns waiting into a powerful period of growth. It allows you to see delays not as obstacles, but as opportunities to strengthen your mind, refine your heart, and expand your spirit. Every time you choose faith over fear during a period of waiting, you are engaging in an invisible, transformative process. Your character is being shaped, your understanding deepened, and your resilience strengthened. The challenges that arise during delays are not random, they are carefully designed tests, each providing the chance to practice patience, trust, and persistence. Faith allows you to extract meaning from these experiences, turning what might otherwise feel like wasted time into a period of profound spiritual and personal growth. Imagine a plant that is watered but remains in darkness. Growth is slow, almost imperceptible, but it is happening beneath the surface. Faith acts like sunlight, nurturing the unseen growth, even when you cannot see immediate results. Faith allows you to trust that transformation is occurring within you, preparing you for the moment when your efforts and patience will bear fruit. The key is to embrace this process rather than fight it, understanding that what is developing within you during waiting is often more important than the outcome itself. Faith also transforms perspective. Instead of focusing on what has not yet happened, it shifts attention to the present moment, the lessons, opportunities, and inner work available right now. It turns frustration into reflection, anxiety into learning, and uncertainty into hope. With faith, waiting becomes active rather than passive. You are not merely biding time, you are growing, evolving, and aligning with what is meant to come. The second principle to understand is that timing matters more than speed. In a world that values instant results, fast fixes, and immediate gratification, it is easy to forget that life's most meaningful events and lessons cannot be rushed. Divine timing operates beyond human schedules, orchestrating circumstances, experiences, and people in ways that ensure the best outcomes. While you may be eager for a breakthrough, rushing the process often leads to incomplete growth, missed lessons, and outcomes that are less than optimal. Consider a river carving its way through a canyon. The water does not force the rocks to move faster, nor does it bypass obstacles. Over time, the river's persistence creates a landscape of beauty, strength, and endurance. Timing ensures that the river shapes the canyon perfectly. Similarly, the timing of your life, though it may feel slow, is preparing the path for maximum impact. Every delay, every pause is part of the design, ensuring that when your moment arrives, it is fully aligned with purpose and potential. Faith and timing work hand in hand. Faith allows you to remain calm, patient, and hopeful during the waiting period, while understanding timing prevents you from rushing, forcing, or compromising the process. Together, they transform waiting from a period of frustration into a period of preparation, ensuring that when the opportunity finally manifests, you are ready to embrace it fully and wisely. Waiting is also a teacher. It teaches discernment, helping you distinguish between what is urgent and what is essential, between fleeting desires and true purpose. It strengthens your decision-making, sharpens your intuition, and deepens your understanding of what matters most. Faith ensures that this waiting is not wasted. It gives meaning and direction to the pauses in your life, turning potential stagnation into active growth. It is important to recognize that waiting periods are rarely empty. Even when circumstances seem stagnant, unseen forces are aligning events, connections, and insights that will converge at the perfect moment. Each delay is an invitation to cultivate skills, deepen understanding, and strengthen your inner resources. Faith allows you to embrace these opportunities, even when they are subtle, invisible, or uncomfortable. Timing ensures that when the moment arrives, everything is in place for the greatest possible impact. Another essential aspect of this principle is patience in action. Patience is not passive resignation. It is active faith combined with trust in the process. While waiting, you are called to prepare, learn, and grow. You might refine your skills, develop emotional intelligence, or strengthen relationships. Every moment of preparation ensures that when your breakthrough arrives, you can recognize it, receive it fully, and utilize it wisely. Speed without preparation is often wasted. Timing with preparation is always fruitful. Faith also combats doubt. It silences the voice that says, "It's too late," or "This will never happen." Doubt is the enemy of growth during waiting periods. Faith, however, provides the assurance that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. It reminds you that delays are not denials, that every pause is purposeful, and that the ultimate outcome will reflect your preparation, resilience, and alignment with higher guidance. When timing and faith converge, waiting becomes transformative. What once felt like a period of frustration or stagnation becomes a sacred process of growth and refinement. You learn to trust the unseen, value the present, and embrace the lessons embedded in every delay. Life begins to feel less like a series of obstacles and more like a carefully choreographed journey, where every pause, every challenge, and every moment of anticipation contributes to your ultimate purpose. It is also empowering to realize that the speed of your journey does not determine its value. Quick victories can be shallow, temporary, or unprepared for, while delayed outcomes, when met with faith and patience, bring lasting fulfillment, wisdom, and success. Timing ensures that blessings are sustainable, meaningful, and aligned with your highest good. Faith ensures that you remain open, receptive, and engaged during the waiting period. In conclusion, faith transforms waiting into growth, and timing matters more than speed. By embracing these truths, you turn delays into opportunities, challenges into lessons, and waiting periods into preparation for breakthroughs. Patience, trust, and alignment with divine timing allow you to navigate life with confidence, resilience, and clarity. Delays are never denials, they are sacred pauses designed to ensure that when your moment arrives, it is complete, perfect, and transformative. Remember, what you are waiting for is already on its way, and the time you spend preparing, growing, and trusting will make it even more meaningful. Faith ensures that waiting is never wasted. Timing ensures that speed is never forced. Together, they transform life's pauses into powerful catalysts for growth, fulfillment, and lasting success. Life often challenges us in ways we don't expect. Opportunities seem stalled, prayers appear unanswered, and the path forward is unclear. In these moments, it's easy to feel discouraged, anxious, or impatient. Yet, there are profound truths that can transform the way we experience delays. Lessons are hidden in delays, and trusting the process unlocks miracles. Understanding these principles allows us to navigate life with patience, purpose, and clarity, turning what seems like waiting into a powerful period of preparation. Delays are rarely empty. Behind every pause, setback, or period of waiting, there lies a hidden lesson, an opportunity to learn, grow, and strengthen the inner self. When life seems stagnant, it is often preparing us in ways we cannot yet see. Just as a seed buried beneath the soil cannot be rushed, so too are the lessons and growth embedded in delays. They happen quietly, invisibly, shaping our character, perspective, and readiness for what is to come. The first step to unlocking these lessons is awareness. When facing a delay, ask yourself, what am I meant to learn from this moment? Or how is this period preparing me for what lies ahead? Such reflection transforms frustration into insight, impatience into understanding, and uncertainty into empowerment. The lessons hidden in delays are rarely obvious. They require patience, observation, and a willingness to look beyond the surface. Delays teach resilience. Every time a goal is postponed or an outcome seems uncertain, you are given the chance to strengthen your ability to endure challenges. Resilience is not built during moments of ease, it is forged in adversity, in waiting, and in the quiet moments when you must trust yourself and the path you are on. Each delay builds a foundation of strength that will support you when your breakthrough finally arrives. Delays also teach discernment. They help you recognize what is truly important, what is fleeting, and what aligns with your higher purpose. In the rush of life, it is easy to pursue opportunities that seem immediate or convenient, but are ultimately misaligned. Waiting allows clarity to emerge, guiding you toward choices, relationships, and actions that are in harmony with your goals and values. The lessons learned in these periods of pause often prevent future mistakes and ensure that your eventual success is not only achieved, but meaningful and sustainable. Moreover, delays cultivate humility. When things don't unfold according to our timeline, we are reminded that life operates beyond our control. This recognition teaches acceptance, patience, and trust. It softens the ego, allowing us to see the bigger picture and understand that our journey is part of a much larger design. Humility gained in waiting ensures that when blessings arrive, they are received with gratitude and wisdom rather than entitlement or frustration. Now, when these lessons are fully embraced, the next principle becomes clear. Trusting the process unlocks miracles. Miracles are not always sudden or flashy. They often emerge from the culmination of preparation, patience, and alignment. By trusting the process, you allow life's hidden forces to orchestrate outcomes in ways that surpass human understanding. Miracles unfold when timing, readiness, and opportunity converge, and trust ensures that you are present and receptive when this convergence